Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Mac here playing Halo MCC, getting the Brainpan achievement, which was added during the Title 2 update for finding all 6 of the hidden MP skulls on the Halo 3 DLC maps that are obviously included with the game. You'll be wanting to do all of these in Forge mode. On the map assembly, the first map we'll be doing them in order. You're going to want to come out from one of the bases and go to the side with the tower. Opposite that tower, you'll see an open side with a giant spaceship off in the distance. From that area, you're going to want to forge into one of the pillars that are connected to the middle structure of the map. And then make sure you come out of forge and fall into the skull and pick it up with the button you'll need to pick it up. Next up is Orbital. This is a kind of symmetrical map. You'll spawn in one of two bases with stairs most likely in front of you. You'll want to basically make your way to the middle connecting bridge of the map. You'll notice there's rockets here. There's also a connecting bridge on the lower ground right in front of me. So I'm just going to be doing it from the rocket spawn. You'll see this large metal wall directly in front of me. If you look off to the right, you'll see these kind of parts of the wall sticking out. And there's about 2 of them. And you're going to want to forge and then go to the very, very highest one. And then you're going to have to unforge in a very specific location in order to not fall off the map. You're going to want to grab yourself in this corner, unforge. As you come out, make sure you're crouching and running forward so you land on this little ledge. And you'll be able to pick up that skull. If you're falling, you might be able to pick it up as you're falling, but you're probably going to need to get on that ledge in order to get it. Next up is Sandbox. Now there's a variety of ways to do this. You can overload the map. Back in the day when I made this video for the very first time, like when the game first came out, when Sandbox was just brand new DLC, I used a method with teleporters. But for this method, I'm going to be just using Forge. I'm going to be showing you guys an object. Go to the middle of the map, go into Forge mode, and then you'll see the sun. Just off to the right of the sun, there's 2 pillars, and in the very middle of the pillars, there's that small little dip in the ground. And that's where the skull is. So what you're going to want to do is go into scenery and make sure you spawn a tube corner. This is what a tube corner is going to look like. You're going to want to put it down somewhere on the map, and you're going to want one of the corners to kind of show you like towards the skull so that you can kind of look out of the corner as you're traveling through. Now you have to go inside of this corner, pick it up, and then use it as a shield to get to that skull that I showed you before. Now the reason we're doing this is because this map has boundaries, and as soon as you come out of those boundaries, I will be showing this later on in the video, as soon as you come out of those boundaries, there's these giant guns that'll try to shoot you and kill you. But if you just navigate your way while inside of this tube corner, and as you can see, I'm keeping an eye on the little corner where I know the skull spawns, so you can see the skull actually appearing on screen. You're going to just navigate your way to there while having this corner picked up, and then you're going to want to put it down somewhere near that skull, spawn into it, and just walk up to the skull. This is the easiest way. As I said, there's probably 5 or 6 ways to do this. As you can see, I'm using that tube corner to protect me from those guns, and that's why this method works. Next up, this was a map called Citadel, which was in a different DLC pack than the previous 3. From the middle of the map where the rockets are, this is a pretty small map, you'll notice that off to one side you'll have a light side, and off to the other side you'll have a darker blue side. So drop down, go to the blue side, turn left. You'll notice this structure here lining the wall, and I'll zoom in on the skull right there. You're going to want to go into Forge mode and fly up there. Make sure you don't stick your little bot into there, because if you spawn out, it'll rearrange you, and then you won't be able to pick it up. So just make sure you're looking at the skull, and once you come out of Forge, you're going to be holding that pickup button in order to pick it up as you're falling. This next map, super easy, super small. Go to the middle of the map. The top middle works best just for referencing. On one side, you'll have a blue base. On the other side, you'll have a red base. On the side with the blue base, you can see the little ring pattern on the edges of the doorways. Right above the doorway, from the top middle, you'll be able to fly over here and find this skull on top of the doorway to the blue base on the 2nd or 3rd floor, however you want to count it. Last up, we have the map Longshore. For this one, you're going to want to go to the highest point of the map, or at least that's where I'm using as my reference. If you're at the highest point of the map, you'll notice this large ship off in the distance, and then if you poke your way out to the corner, you'll notice that piping. You might spawn on the opposite side of the map, which is where I'm showing you. If you do, just make sure you run along the shoreline, up this ramp where you'll see a small garage door that says do not enter. If you forge out to the left, you'll see this large squiggly pipe. And to get this skull, you're going to want to just forge out somewhere around here and make sure you're holding up that pickup button as you fall in order to pick it up. Now, you should be able to land on this little ledge that I landed on, but if you don't, you'll probably fall into the water to your death. You can just respawn and try again if you had a problem. Now, if you've been doing this, you've unlocked 6 achievements along the way, each worth 5 gamer score, and you'll unlock 1 mega achievement called Brainpan for 10 gamer score. So that's a total of 7 achievements worth 40 gamer score if you followed through this video. If it was helpful, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully I see you in the next video. Peace.